Yo, what's going on with you YouTube? Jumpin' Chris, we come back at y'all with another video. Alright, we got another video for the upcoming Air Jordan 4 white cements, and we're gonna do a little bit of some comparison to the 2016 pair. Which pair is better? We're also gonna do some sizing tips, comfortability, durability, all that. We're gonna compare it to like other Air Jordan 4s and all that good stuff. But first off, I'll say one thing is that all the people were saying at the beginning, I even said it too, that the leather on the white cement is not good. These are fantastic. All right, I take it all back, guys. I take it all back. Now that I actually have a chance to have these in hand and wearing them, it's a good stiff leather, I would say. I know some people were saying like, oh, these are exactly like the military blues. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. The industrial blues that came out last year. Look how soft this leather is. See how soft that leather is and how much it creases. I already did a full 2-week wear of these, and look at that. Barely any creasing, and it's still good to go. I mean, there is some creasing, don't get me wrong, but it has like a little bit of a stiff leather to it. It's not like soft. It definitely reminds me of, say, I mean, look how thick this leather is too as well. You see that? So I would say it's kind of close to like an Air Jordan 185 highs in a way. In a way, I'll say that. Just the way how it feels and everything. Here is the 2016 pair. Look at that soft leather just like this. So yes, this will crease. Has a little bit of that tumbleness to it in a way. Right there, you see that tumble leather right here. So in this one, it's all that smooth leather throughout the entire shoe. Now, from what I was hearing, some people were saying that this is the closest to the 1989 pair, so the OG. I'm not sure exactly because I never had an OG pair of an Air Jordan 4, so I couldn't tell you. At the toe box shape, okay? 2016, look how that slope is right there, just like that, small and a little bit, it kind of just goes over. And then this is all right. You know, like I said, it's a little bit more bulkier, that's for sure. A little bit bigger, maybe gives it more room on the pinky toe, because you guys already know with Air Jordan 4s, it definitely hurts right around up here. Usually, as every Air Jordan 4, it's like tight right here or something, but it's always pretty painful right around the pinky toe. Now look at the rubber netting as well. This is just like a little bit, just like a squared off right here on the 2025. And then right here, it is turning a little bit yellow. So just beware of that, guys. In the next few years, the 2025 will probably end up doing the same. But this is a little bit more thinner and lighter. And it actually kind of feels like it's attached to the mesh behind here. This, you guys can see it. You can kind of pull it out like just like that. A little bit of rubber. This one feels like a little thin rubber right here. And it also has a little bit more of an indentation and everything. So, and again, just look at the speckles too. See the little printing right here. So this gray on the 2016 is definitely going to be a little bit lighter. This one's a little bit darker right here, and also the speckles. It's definitely more. It's more on the 2016, especially on the wing logo or the wing right here, or the lace wing. So, but yeah. I mean, maybe it's different pairs could be also about creasing. So on my 2025, it's seems like it's creasing right around here compared to like the toe box, which is I actually would prefer. See guys right here, I only worn these like a handful of time, and it's kind of like, see, it all creases right around here. 2025 is right around here. In comparison of the Nike Air in the back, as you guys can see, the 2025, it looks like even the Nike logo got a little bit of some of that speckles right here, the little, you know, Oreo print right there. And then this one just a little bit, but you know, basically the same. I feel like, I mean, basically the same in almost, I would say. But one thing I will notice, 2025, right? So the inside of the ankle collar, it feels a little bit more padding. So that's kind of what gives it a little bit, you know, since the SB4s have came out. I feel like Air Jordan 4s now has been a lot more padded compared to the older models, because you see how this one is a little bit more narrow, and it feels more narrow of a shoe too as well. See how narrow it kind of looks? And even this one, it feels a little bit more bulkier, and I try to lace it up about the same. And you know, this one I feel a little bit loose in a way, kinda, just not too much. I mean, it feels kind of loose up here, but it's tight right around here. So I still say definitely go about your true to size. Same goes with the 2016 pair. I went about my true size, which is the 9.5, and it feels just fine. I mean, one thing is I do feel like the 2025 there is a lot more padding. Even the tongue, see the tongue here, very skinny, not much padding in the tongue at all. This one here on the 2025 is a lot more padding. Again, that's basically gives it that whole like SB feel to it, because that's how the SB 4s are. A very more padded tongue, the little fatty tongue, just like how they do with SBs. You see how this toe box is here, how the little toe box, how it just ends right here, is real short compared to the 2025, and that is the new SB look to it, and that's how most all Air Jordan 4s are looking nowadays. It's a little bit more spacing right around here. That gives a little bit more room for the pinky toe. That's right. So a little bit more spacing into the toe box. I will say that the toe box on the 2025 is a little bit more bulkier. I will say that. Again, and just same thing, just durability wise, I feel like these might last maybe a little bit better just because how the leather is. This is more of like a soft leather, so you will see it more crumbled, more creasing, and it's been like 10 years, so obviously it's gonna get yellowed, and you know, with it being leather, you're gonna easily clean these things off. So the durability on these is pretty good, except for it is all white, so again, probably get dirty very, very quickly. So just be prepared for that. But everything else is pretty much the same. The Jumpman right there, I mean, maybe this Jumpman up here is a little bit higher onto the tongue compared to the 2025. It sets a little bit lower, and of course look at the Air Jordan on the 2025, and then on the 2024 this one seems a little bit more deeper, like the font is a little bit thicker on the 2016 pair. Now when I was doing like a little wear test on the 2025 and 2016, I will say that this shoe here, it feels very solid. Like there's no give to it. Like I feel like it's like boom. Maybe because it's brand new, I haven't broke it in yet, but like I said, I gave it a good 2-week wear. Now when I put these on, it feels a little more squishier. Like there's a little bit more padding into the insole or something, or maybe, you know, maybe the insole is a little bit softer. It kind of this. I feel like the insoles in the 2016 feels like it kind of like molds to your feet a little better. This one is just flat. It's just solid. All right. But funny thing is that I know that the 2025, I said it feels a little bit tighter, especially around the, you know, the toe box area. These are kind of fine. Like I wore these and I put them on feet, and this one feels perfect. You know, like there's a little bit of room right here, even though usually with Air Jordan 4s, I know it really hurts right here. But it's probably because as you walk, but I just feel like the 2025 is definitely a little bit tighter right around here. I'll tell you guys that, you know. Maybe because like now I'm just a 9.5 now, but it's basically the same thing. And you know, this is a 9.5 and this is 9.5, but this one feels a little bit tighter right around here, but it's looser back here, if that makes any sense whatsoever. The white cements, it doesn't quite feel like an SB4. SB4 seems like there's somewhat more padding to it. It feels a little bit more squishier, a little bit, just kind of like you can feel a little bit of like maybe the air bubble or something, or just a little bit more of the impact. And like I said, these white cements, it feels solid. Like it's like just straight line. So not that comfortable, I would say. It's, you know, it's I've worn these all day. Like I said, I didn't actually give it like, I didn't wear like at a Disney World or anything and walked around in New York City or anything. You know, I just kind of did a couple events here and there, and like, you know, just staying around, sitting around. It was fine. But I feel like if I were to wear these all day at like say Disney, man, my feet would hurt like crazy. And that goes with anything, you know, because I even remember I was wearing these at SeaWorld all day and my feet were barking. It was hurting really bad. So, but yeah, and with these, I don't know, it just feels like it's a little bit more like padding right around here. So this is actually might be a little bit more comfortable, to be honest, man. I just maybe just need to break in the leather a little bit more, but it's solid, guys. It's a solid shoe. Sizing wise on the 2025, I wouldn't recommend going half size up or down. I say go by your true to size. I think you'll be just fine. You know, whatever Air Jordan 4 size in this, just go with that, because I usually go with exactly all of my Air Jordan 4 size, and they feel basically the same. Maybe a little bit more room here. I will say definitely these are a little bit more tighter, just a little bit, but that doesn't give it enough to, you know, size up. So I wouldn't do that. But overall, which one do I think is better, the 2016 or the 2025? You know, it just kind of depends on your perspective. Obviously, for me, I'm more nostalgia, and I'm, you know, because I had these first. I will say the 2016 might get a little bit better than the 2025, but still not by much. It's not like night and day better. It just kind of depends how, you know, maybe if you like the tumble leather a little bit better, if you like the how soft the leather is, then I definitely get that. And these might be a little bit more comfortable, I'll say that. But this, you know, like I said, it's a solid, it's very, like I said, it's solid, it's, you know, it's gonna be sturdy, so in the long run these actually might last better. So just one thing, you know, pros and cons, you know. I mean, like I said, I think these are better in my opinion, but you know, not by much. These are still a solid shoe. Like as I said, it's still a good shoe. So if you guys definitely want these, don't hesitate, just go ahead and get them, guys. All right. Anyways, man, just want to do this like whole little comparison that we do sometimes, you know, with the older pair to the newer pair. We done it a couple of times with some Air Jordan 4s, and same goes with the white cement 4s. All right. Anyway, guys, just want to say, guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on my social media at Chris on IG, something on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm Chris. Peace.